Shalom to the elect. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha, Quadash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, this edifying. And I'm taking a walk right now, but this is just a quick update on the brain chip implant, development update on the brain chip implant, because I seen these few articles dealing with how they basically were able to turn off a certain part of these monkeys' brains, all right, which deals with taking risk. The part of our brain that deals with taking risk. And I'm not going to go into the deep science, and this is just a quick update to show you that this man truly is the devil and that the Bible is not lying. All right, Revelation 13:16 through 18, the vision that the Apostle John received on the island of Patmos 2,000 years ago, when he saw people getting chipped, all right, in their hands and in their foreheads. That's going to come to pass, man. This devil is working hard towards that goal that he has to chip everybody. And so he been using these monkeys as an experiment, including Elon Musk's Neuralink. But this is another company. I'm not sure what company performed this experiment or whatever you want to call it. But man, this man is a mad scientist, all right? The so-called white man, Esau Edom, the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of. He truly is a mad scientist. And so I'm going to read a little bit of this article. It says, bizarre brain chip implanted into monkeys to stop them taking risk. The study incorporated flashes of light on different parts of the brain and is hoped to be the starting point of a better understanding of gambling addiction in humans. Right. They always mask everything they do with some humanitarian type of, we want to help humans. We're going to put these brain chip implants in you and people that are blind, and we think we can make them see. They don't. If you actually listen to how they talk, none of their projects and experiments have any guaranteed results. The only guaranteed results that I've seen is this is all over the internet being swept under the carpet. They're not even talking about this, man. Elon Musk claimed that no monkeys died as a result of Neuralink implants contradicts records that show how the animals experience brain swelling, paralysis, seizures, and other health effects. Letter to SEC alleges. Okay, and that happened. There's other articles on it. All right, I did videos on this in the past, and I bring this out every now and again to remind you that, remember what the scriptures say, by deceivableness of unrighteousness, he deceived them that perish. That I'm roughly paraphrasing that in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. And also in the book of Revelation, I was thinking of two scriptures at once, but it speaks about how he deceived those that took the mark. All right, so people that is going for this technology, let's say voluntarily right now, they're stupid, man. These people are idiots, and they just believe in the hype that the so-called white man is performing these false miracles, because that's what these are. These are not true miracles. If 1,000 people got to die before one successful implant, how the fuck is that a miracle? All right, Neuralink's test monkeys died due to brain implants, contrary to Elon Musk claims, reports suggest. So this guy's out there saying, well, this was back in September of 2023, but he's out there saying that no monkeys died, and they have 1,500 accounts of monkeys who were amputated, either died or had some serious health side effects due to these brain implants, including diarrhea. I seen, is it in this article? Let me see. Oh man. These people are the devil. Matter of fact, let me bring this quick scripture out. Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. All right, a righteous man would be an Israelite man who's doing his best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. He has faith in Yahushua. All right, but ultimately the righteous is the nation of Israel as a whole. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but 2/3 of you right now, you're known as the wicked according to the Bible. Not the wicked with a capital W, like 2 Thessalonians 2, I believe it's around verse 8, when it says, then shall that wicked be revealed. That's talking about the so-called white man. But when we talk about the works of our people, you Israelites, you Hebrew Israelites, all right, you're wicked too. According to Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, you're the wicked, but you have an opportunity to repent in the name of Yahushua. But you stupid ass Israelites are not taking that opportunity, all right, because it's only for the elect to begin with. But it's telling you that a righteous man, you know, he regards the life of his beasts. So that's his cattle, you know, pets. If you have any pets, dogs, whatever it may be. If you see Jake, they have a certain affection towards animals. But you look at Esau, all right, who he's the wicked, according to the Bible, the wicked. But the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So they don't have no compassion for life on the earth, man. And that's why they're, you know, they ultimately want to chip people, but they use these monkeys as an experiment. Then it reminded me of the movie Planet of the Apes, you know, where the apes would eventually get, you know, revenge, payback on these devils, man. Because I was watching the clips last night. You know, some came upon me. I wanted to see the original one, the 1968 Planet of the Apes, the ending scene. You know, when Esau realized that, you know, they hit the nukes, basically. They destroyed America. And then when Cornelius called to read the scroll that was describing the so-called white man, the beast man. All right, so, damn, I didn't even know my shit is on low battery. So, let me see something. Hold on. No monkey has died. That's what he said in a Twitter post or X post, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, look at that. First, our early implants to minimize risks to healthy monkeys. We chose terminal monkeys close to death already. So it wasn't enough that these monkeys were already about to die. They then took those particular monkeys and experimented on those ones, just in case, because they say, well, they're going to die anyway, so we might as well just kill them in our experiment. You know, that shows you how wicked the mind of these Edomites are, man. I mean, I don't understand why nobody's saying nothing about this. Like, it seems like first of all, we the only Hebrew Israelite camp, Great Millstone, mainly that's talking about the chip. But, you know, isn't this not like animal cruelty here? Is this not a fucking crime? I mean, even if you have a dog in certain countries and you put your dog inside of a crate, or what they would call, a crate, or, you know, like with a lock on it when you leave in the house, there's certain countries that's illegal in. They consider that animal cruelty, but here it is. These fucking devils are cutting open monkey skulls and killing them, and over 1,500 of them, and yet this man is walking around nonchalant, free, admitting to it, telling you that they took monkeys who were already basically on their way out, just in case, because basically saying what? We know that this shit is risky. We know that more than likely it's going to have a low success rate. These brain chip implants has a very low success rate, if any at all. You know, these devils are good at lying to people, man. Lying to you people. You know, we are extremely careful. And sure. Let's see. It says the documents reviewed by Wire, and you could just go look this up and do your own research, because I already did. But this is just a few articles that have popped up as far as you know, when I sorted it by the date. So the more recent articles concerning this topic, but there's older. I think it goes back to like 2020 when they said these monkeys were dying under Elon Musk's Neuralink project. All right. It says pointed out that a number of monkeys on whom the implants were tested were euthanized after suffering various complications, including bloody diarrhea, partial paralysis, and cerebral edema. All right, after, and they said a particular monkey, I guess, a male, what it says, after his cranial implant became loose to the extent that they could easily be lifted out. All right, so these devils are they're really just experimenting on these animals, man. They don't even know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, to an extent, they do know what they're doing because they have the knowledge of wickedness to do such things, because they have to play their part of prophecy. All right, Revelation 13, the mark of the beast. But they really just morons, man. And they're at the expense of people and animal lives. They run daily human experiments. You know, they put certain stuff in the food, certain chemicals. You know, when we in the kingdom, man, and we find out the depths of what this devil has really done on this side right here, it's going to be unbelievable. Well, not unbelievable, because he is the devil and we know that very well. But it's going to blow our minds, you know, the depths of it, because we just know only what the Lord allows us to know. But this man is sick. All right, this man is really sick, and he's not going to stop, because the Most High has programmed him to be the wicked. He created the evil. He created the wicked, for the day of evil, Proverbs 16. And he's not going to stop, man. He's going to keep lying. And eventually, when they bring this these brain chip implants out, whether it be the Synchron company or Neuralink or whoever, you know, brings it out and has people walking around society with these brain chips, you know, they're not going to tell y'all all this information about the failed experiments and, you know, how risky it actually is. They're going to basically use their best examples, if they even have that, or they may make some shit up and use some examples of some shit that they created, meaning like they didn't really put the chip inside of that person, or that person was already fine, but then they said, oh yeah, this was a guy that was you know, had paralysis or multiple sclerosis or whatever, you know, these different names of these disabilities are. They'll say he had that and we put a brain chip implant in him and now he can walk again, and it's all made up. All right, the dude was fine. You know, I believe they're gonna do that because they don't have the results. As we're tracking this thing and watching the development of this chip, they don't really have results. You know, the hand chip, yeah, that's, you know, you put that in your hand, and at some point, even them people that got it, even right now, voluntarily, but later on more so when it's made mandatory, according to prophecy, the scriptures also tell you that these people are gonna get cancer from this thing, man. So look out for that. You know, the numbers of cancer going up, the rate of cancer going up, the more they introduce this technology into society. All right, so yeah, they're saying the end of gambling addiction. So they saying they doing this in the name of trying to heal people from gambling addictions, when, you know, they pretty much did the experiment. They found out that it's a certain part of your brain that controls the risk reward, whatever you want to call it, you know. It says, I'm going back to the original article, a dystopian brain chip has been developed by scientists to stop monkeys from taking risk. It says researchers at Kyoto University in Japan use light flashes from the chip to speak to different parts of the brain. And I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's basically monkeys. A tendency to take bigger risk was triggered by turning on the light on one side of the brain while flashing the other LED to the monkeys, settling for lower risk and reward. So basically what they're just playing with their brain. They got these brain chip implants in their head to study and to record the activity of the brain as they flash these lights. So they were trying to trigger certain emotions, and, you know, and look, that was in Japan, you know. So I'm over here saying it's these devils, but it's really them damn Ammonites. But guess what? They all in on the same project, because they weren't the ones that started this research project, so to speak. The so-called white man started that, man. All right, they don't have no records of them people back then torturing Jake, you know, testing out they medicine, they so-called medicines on Jake like that, man. Esau is the one that did that. The so-called white man is the one that's known for having these, these laboratories and testing stuff on people, testing his technology and his demonic witchcraft on people and animals. All right. But at the end of the day, remember the whole chip thing, the mark of the beast, that's going to be a worldwide thing anyways, though. So yeah, they experimenting in Japan, and guess what? They're going to bring chips over there too. They're going to be implanting people in the brain and in the hand with chips over there too, because it's going to be a worldwide thing. That's why it tells you in Revelation, he calls it all, both small and great. It's talking about all citizens of the world, so to speak. It don't matter what nation you're from, because if you have a central bank, especially, your country, your government is bought by the bankers through debt. All right, through the interest rates and debt. So yeah, this is going to be a global thing. I'm glad I went down and read further into the article, because from here I was just skimming, and you can see this website just got a lot of ads, man. I hate really using articles from this site, but it's just to bring out the point. Just an update on the developing the chip thing. All right, how far along are they? And give us a good gauge of when they're going to introduce it to people, which they already started doing that here in America, because the FDA gave approval, I believe, back in March of 2023. Sometime between March and June, if I'm not mistaken, the FDA approved human brain chip implants. Okay, so Neuralink is a company, Elon Musk, we all know that one. And Synchron is another company here in America who are moving forward with the human trials. Okay, so be expecting to hear, more news on these human trials, on updates, what's going on. This person died, they're not going to bring it out publicly, but we got to look for these things, man. All right, to warn the Lord's people, mainly the elect, because the elect are the only ones that's not going to take this thing. And I'll even say this, well, you may have 2/3 that don't take it, but they still 2/3, man. You might have Edomites, the Bible Belt, Jesus freak Edomites. They probably not going to take it. They probably going to get their head chopped off first. But does that mean they the elect? No. Just because somebody doesn't take the chip doesn't automatically make them the elect. All right, but if somebody does take the chip, that automatically makes them a 2/3. Or just if they're heathen, they wasn't a part of it anyways. But you get my point. That automatically eliminates you and disqualifies you from salvation. So that's why this is a big deal, and that's why here at GMS we always talk about it. All right, so this is Psalm 64. I'm gonna just read through this a little bit. 64:1, a Psalm of David. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemies." And these people are the enemy. These Edomites who are doing all of this, and even these other nations, man, that are in league with Esau, they are enemy as well. But the chief enemy is talking about the so-called white man, because he's the one that has the agenda set to depopulate the nation of Israel. "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." And I'm going to read that in the NLT. It says, "Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers." So it tells you that they are evil mob and they have plans. And basically it just said it. It says, "Hear my prayer." So this is a prayer to protect you from those elites, man, from the plans of these elites. All right, who whet their tongues like swords, a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right, so they have it out really for the elect, because it's talking about the righteous. But once again, the perfect, but the perfect is talking about the elect, but it's really talking about the whole nation of Israel. Because this man hates all you Israelites, even you 2/3 Israelites, man. He hates you too. He doesn't like you more. How you doing? Just because you feeding into his agendas and going along with his wickedness. He doesn't have any more respect for you than any Israelites. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter, They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? So all of these things that they're doing is in private. It's not out in the open. They're not going to tell the people, oh, this is what we want to do. This is what we're doing. They do these things in private, in privacy, where people don't know. All right. And they mask it with things like that. Like, oh, we're looking to cure, what they said, what they called it again? Gambling addiction. You know, they doing this in the name of trying to figure out why people have gambling addictions and trying to cure them. So they had to cut a monkey skull open and put a chip in it to do that. And they had to kill all these monkeys to do that. And potentially people that we don't know about. It says they search out iniquities. Actually, I wanted to read that verse 5 in the NLT. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. So who will ever know that the real plan is just to chip all you people for full control? All right, who would have ever knew that their plans going back hundreds of years ago, setting up these central banks and putting these nations in debt, would ultimately be to bring in a cashless digital economy where they could then introduce this microchip implant to society? Who would have ever thought that these people were thinking this going back hundreds of years ago? Well, it's right here in the scriptures, man. So meaning what? Our forefathers. So I don't know where it cut off. Somebody called me, but I wasn't looking at my screen. But basically I was saying, who would have ever thought, like it says, who will ever notice? You know, nobody would have never figured this out if Yahweh and Yahweh Shai didn't set up the prophets. All right, according to Amos 3:7, the Lord said he gives his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So, you know, within our heritage as Hebrew Israelites, this Bible, this is our book. We got the prophecies and the visions, the history and all the records of, you know, our origins, so to speak. You know, who would have ever knew that the plans of the elites that rule the world right now is found here in the Bible? That's a thing of faith. And that's what most people, they don't have faith. They think the Bible is just some religious book to control the people. But they don't know that within the Bible, the elites of this world are exposed, and it tells you what's going to happen to them. All right, Job 12 and not Job 12, Job 5 and 12, excuse me. Job chapter 5, verse 12, it tells you he's going to disappoint the devices of the crafty. All right, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So they got these plans. It's right here in Psalm 64. We're reading it. But yet the scriptures tell you that they're not going to be able to fulfill these plans. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. All right, as they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised a perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind is cunning, and that's dumb. Yeah, they have a very evil mind. You know, the scriptures tell you that they are estranged from the womb. You know, his soul that is lifted up in him is not upright. Habakkuk 2 and 4. So we know about this devil, man, about the characteristics of this man, and he's nothing but evil. All right, and that's really the point. You know, this is just another example of how evil this mind, the mind of this man really is. You know, killing all these monkeys, you know, to say it wasn't done intentionally, meaning they didn't just start open firing on a group of monkeys, but he even said it himself. They took terminally ill monkeys that were basically already ready to die and performed these experiments on them and killed them. You know, basically finished them off as a test subject. So I mean, how much more cruel can it get than that? What more do you need to see to know that this man is a devil and don't trust him? Don't take this chip implant, man. Because if you do take it, not only are you taking a risk of getting cancer and, you know, dying on the table with your head, you know, being cut open, but you're going to get nuked anyways. You're going to die no matter what, because you're going to get burnt by the lake of fire. You're going to be destroyed in the second death, according to Revelation 14. All right, so our job is done. We told you what the chip is, and we told you not to take it. We told you what the mark of the beast is. We told you not to take it. So now, you know, it just got to play out, man. And like I said, you know, when we do these videos, this is to the elect anyway. The elect ain't going to take this thing. The elect is already fully persuaded, and they know not to do this. So, we just do these videos really to strengthen the faith of you brothers and sisters out there who, you listen to the videos, and you brothers that's doing the work too. You listen, we listen to each other's videos, and it's always a reminder to stay strong and be faithful in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And just to show you how wicked this man is, no matter how much he's portraying it to be something convenient and good for your health, and they can heal you, and basically is like a miracle. He's the devil. He's not made for that. The Heavenly Father didn't give him the power to do miracles. He gave him the power to deceive. So any so-called miracles that this man performed is not really a miracle. It's just deceiving you, so you can want to take the chip. All right, so he's tempting you. Just put it like that. Revelation 3:10. So I'm going to say, Kol Halo Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakak Kodash. Hope and pray that the lesson was edifying to the elect. And I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.